Ooh, look at this cute little fluffy bunny rabbit, so adorable. Wait, what's that coming out of his mouth? Is that a tongue? Ooh, well, he must have been eating something really gross. What are you doing, buddy? Are you sure you weren't just doing that to show off your massive fangs and terrifying claws? You're not fooling anyone with that innocent act. We know what you are, and don't even try to deny it. We know all about you nocturnal animals. You think we humans get to have all the fun, staying up late and partying into the night? No way. Some of us just can't sleep when the sun goes down. Now, let's find out which other animals also like to stay up late. They might be hiding in plain sight. If you want to take a guess at which animal is the most active during the night, you should probably start with this one. Take a close look. Okay, now look away for a moment and try to remember what you saw. Got it. Good. Now, look back. Do you still see the same thing? Probably not. It's an owl. But did you notice how fast it blinked? Owls can turn their heads almost all the way around, which is why they are always getting into mischief while we're sleeping. But it's not just because they're bored. There are actually very few predators that are active during the night, so owls hunt them down to eat them. If you live in a big city, you might only hear an owl hooting once in a while, but in more rural areas, you can hear them all the time at night. This one is no ordinary owl, though. This one is a barn owl. They can catch prey even in complete darkness. They hear tiny sounds made by mice scurrying around and pinpoint where they are, and then swoop down and nab them before they can escape. These little guys are super cute, but don't get too attached. They grow up to be evil masterminds that will stop at nothing to get what they want. That's right, it's a raccoon. They have to get into everything. Nothing is sacred to these guys, and they woe unrest until they've rummaged through every nook and cranny of your house, looking for something to eat. Raccoons have nimble little hands that they use to grab food and gobble it up, and their eyes are specially adapted to see well in the dark, so they can easily sneak into your house and trash your place in no time. Not only that, but raccoons have incredible strength and can break into cars, dumpsters, sheds, and pretty much anywhere else that food is stored. And if you try to approach them or scare them away, they will simply stare at you defiantly until you go away. But who could resist this face? It looks like a mixture between a squirrel and a teddy bear. You'd think it would belong to a kind, gentle creature, but you'd be wrong. Meet the Virginia opossum. They're often spotted waddling around people's gardens at night looking for tasty treats. Opossums have a keen sense of smell, so they can sniff out food from far away and dig through trash cans and compost piles looking for leftovers. Plus, they're scavengers, so they'll happily gobble up roadkill if given the chance. Opossums aren't picky eaters. They'll eat just about anything, including dog food, bird eggs, and even snakes. In fact, they're such fearless eaters that they will sometimes steal food from other animals. To top it all off, they are also known for being incredibly lazy. After eating, they often spend their days lounging around, snoozing, and soaking up the sun. And how can we talk about nocturnal animals without mentioning the king of the night himself? That's right, the big cat, the handsome devil himself, the tiger. Tigers love to prowl around in the dark, stalking their next meal. Their stripes help them camouflage in the tall grass, making it easier to surprise their prey. They are also excellent swimmers and can even climb trees. Nothing is safe from a tiger's wrath. Even elephants are not immune to their power. It's common to see tigers hunting alone at night. They prefer to hunt by themselves rather than in groups. They're solitary creatures, and they like to do things their own way. Tigers are also incredibly territorial, and will defend their space fiercely from rival males. When two tigers meet in the wild, They usually engage in a ritual display of dominance, growling, and showing each other their teeth before deciding whether to fight or not. Did you know there are also nocturnal lemurs? It's true. They're called mouse lemurs. They're small, shy creatures that live in the rainforest. They feed mainly on nectar, pollen, and fruit. They're also known for their huge eyes, which help them see well in the dark. Mouse lemurs communicate with each other by making high-pitched calls that sound like squeaks and whistles. They're so tiny that they can easily fit in the palm of your hand. How cute is that? But don't be fooled by their size. They're surprisingly strong and agile. They can leap from branch to branch with ease, and they're also good swimmers. But they have a natural enemy. This guy will hunt mouse lemurs down using its sharp claws and teeth. It's not an easy task, though, because mouse lemurs are quick and nimble. They can squeeze through small spaces, and they're also great at hiding. There are also many nocturnal primates. Howler monkeys, for instance, are known for their loud howls that can be heard up to 5 kilometers away. Spider monkeys are famous for their agility and can jump from tree to tree with ease. Capybara, the world's largest rodent, is also nocturnal. They hang out in groups and graze on vegetation. They're mostly herbivores, but sometimes they'll snack on fish or reptiles. Finally, tarsiers are small, furry creatures with huge eyes. They can rotate their head almost 360 degrees and have long, slender fingers that help them grip branches. These goofy-looking creatures are definitely nocturnal. They have poor eyesight, but excellent hearing and smell. They use their large ears to detect predators and their whiskers to find food. Plus, they're incredibly agile and can leap over obstacles several times. Their height, if you've ever seen one flying through the air, you know what I mean. Of course, I'm talking about a flying squirrel. They're not actually flying, though. They're gliding from tree to tree. This is a useful adaptation that helps them escape predators. Flying squirrels are also known for their big, bushy tails that help them balance and steer while they're gliding. They're mostly herbivores and spend their days eating nuts, seeds, and berries. But they're also opportunistic omnivores and will eat just about anything if they're hungry. But did you know there are also nocturnal birds? It's true. Take a look at this one. Its feathers are specially adapted to absorb and reflect heat, helping them stay warm in cold climates. Plus, they have excellent night vision and can spot prey from far away. Owls are also silent hunters, which makes them even more terrifying. They can swoop down on their prey without making a sound. Some owls even have special feathers that help them fly silently. Talk about being stealthy. And of course, they have those big, sharp talons that they use to grab and hold on to their prey. When an owl swoops down on its prey, it uses its talons to quickly capture and immobilize it. With one swift move, the owl can snatch a mouse or rat and carry it back to its nest to feed its young. Remember the creepy crawlies I mentioned earlier? Yeah, well, some of them are nocturnal. Take this one, for example. It has a pair of pincers and a set of mandibles that it uses to capture and crush its prey. It also has 6 legs that it uses to scuttle around on the ground or climb up plants. And of course, it has 2 antennae that it uses to sense its environment. So what does this creepy crawly do at night? Well, it hunts roaches. Roaches are typically most active at night when they come out to scavenge for food and water. This means that the praying mantis has plenty of opportunities to catch a meal. It can sit on a leaf or blade of grass and wait for a roach to wander within striking distance. Then it strikes with lightning-fast speed, grabbing the roach in its forelegs before it has a chance to escape. So the next time you're up late, remember that you're not alone. There are plenty of nocturnal animals out there who are also keeping up with the party. Who knows? Maybe you'll even get a chance to see one of them in action. But please don't touch them. They're wild animals and can be dangerous. Instead, observe them from afar and appreciate the amazing adaptations that allow them to thrive in the darkness.